I came on. Stover. I needed to get a little break. I need to take a break. I haven't even been really checking comments. I saw one pop up today. You're a liar. If you didn't break the law, you wouldn't be arrested. Well, people are stupid. Especially bootlicking people. They're really stupid because they believe anything law enforcement says. I shared a video earlier from Lackluster video where a cop, drunk, off duty in the wrong county, runs up on one of his buddies and tries to pit maneuver his boat, warps the freaking axle, knocks out the tire, gets out, pulls his gun, points it at the victim, and then him and his sergeant say, "Oh, we didn't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about." After he gets through doing all this, he sits on the side of the road and drinks 2 Coors Lights with the victim. And then when the cop interviews the cop lied through the whole thing. Now, the original charge that they were going to charge him with was criminal mischief. Now listen, say that I'm drunk, I'm driving, I pit somebody's car, they jump out, I point a gun at them, threaten to kill them, then I sit on the side of the road and drink beer, and then I cover it up. Can you imagine how many charges that is? I counted it up. It was hit and run, criminal mischief, destruction of private property, assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, drunk driving, littering for throwing the beer cans out, lying to an officer, which is obstruction. I would have, you would have, we would have 7 to 8 felony charges if we did it. But see, when the bootlickers see it, that all goes away. But he's a cop. He was just trying to do the right thing. He was just trying to do the right thing. He's a cop. He was protecting the people. Guess what the cop got charged with? Anybody want to guess? Nothing. Cop still got his job. Nothing happened. Just an insurance payout. So the cop didn't have to pay for it, but his insurance paid. So in other words, the cop gets away with the whole thing. Nobody's in trouble. Just go about your business. La, 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 la. See no evil, hear no evil, say no evil, because we're the good little cops. Lisa B, you're not worth the powder it would take to blow your brains out. You are a cop-sucking, boot-licking pig lover, and until they beat you or kill one of your family members, you'll be the same. But mark my words, it's going to happen. And people like me, we cheer when those cop-sucking douchebags get theirs. Because it's coming. It's coming. Bootlickers are the worst among us. They're the same ones that cheered the Nazis when they were rounding up the Jews. Same exact people. They're the same ones. It's just like right now, Long Island on it, Sean Paul Reyes. Prison guards. 13 of them beat a man to death and then tried to throw him out a window. They went 2 months, spent Christmas with their families, had a good time, life is good. They finally charged them. Guess what happens the day they charge them? Then the prison guards of New York go on strike to take the news stream off of them murdering somebody. They go on strike. Guess what? In New York, there's a law that you're not allowed to go on strike when you're a prison guard. It's against the law. So here's all these prison guards breaking the law, going on strike. The pig looks like Lita. Oh, but they're the good guys. Cops are the good ones. We blow them every time they come to town. We get them in the back room and blow them because I want to be a badge bunny. It's despicable and disgusting. Now, for the 4 people in here, 2 of you probably trolls. Gabby, did you see my video with the body camera footage? Did I not prove that they edited the body camera footage? Listen, my story hasn't changed. Not 1 second of my story has changed. Not 1 bit. I said exactly what happened. And riddle me this. If that was the true body camera footage, and it was unedited, and everything was just as they described in court, And the report matches the video perfectly. If all that was true, why did I go to the courthouse last week and file another lawsuit to get the body camera footage unedited and the dash camera? Why did I do that? See, I didn't share that video yet. I didn't share the video. I've got talking to the sheriff who's in the major who's in charge of gun permits. I haven't shared that video either. So I'm going to go and make another court date to sue the cops over video that doesn't exist. I'm going to do that. Gabby, you have been me long enough. How many times have I lied on my channel, Gabby? From the least little thing to the biggest thing. Do I lie? I don't lie about the smallest thing or I don't. I'm just not a liar. People that lie fear. I fear nothing. I fear no one but God above. That's why I don't lie, because he says liars will go to hell. Sorry, you just obviously don't believe in God that I do. You don't believe in the same God I do. Sorry. And guess what? Jesus wasn't a bootlicker either. Sorry, you guys. Jesus is on the cop's side. No, he's not. When the Supreme Court said that cops can lie to the public, see, normal people who say, oh yeah, cops should be able to lie to everyone. They should be able to do their job. Sorry, Lisa, I know you're not used to a man talking. You've probably never been able to get one. And if you do have one, you probably wear the strap-on in the family. Pardon my crudeness. But you don't know what a man is. Men stand up and fight. Men don't say, okay, officer, even though you lied about me not having a tag, here's my driver's license. You don't love God. You do not love God. You don't love God at all. You don't love the God of the Bible. You don't love the God of the Bible. It ain't worth my time. It ain't worth my time. These people are so disgusting. Every day in America, more and more people, what's up, Paul? More and more people in America are turning away from that blue line. More and more people are sick of it. I really thought COVID would have awakened the masses. I really thought that when the cops were used in Canada against the truckers, they would have waken up. I thought when the cops in Australia were beating senior citizens for being out during COVID, I thought, wow, maybe they'll wake up. I thought, and most of the cop suckers are Donald Trump fans. You don't have to like Trump. Fine, I believe what you say. What's up, Zoloft? You don't have to like Trump, any of you. But all the cop suckers that love Donald Trump and love that he supports law enforcement, it was law enforcement that raided his house. It was law enforcement that went through his wife's underwear drawer. It was law enforcement that went through his son's bedroom. It was law enforcement that stood idly by to have the man assassinated. Law enforcement. Oh, but they're feds. Feds are different. Who do you think the local cops get their information from? They get it from the feds. The FBI trains them on what to do. They give them the same tactics. Hey guys, go out and commit a crime, make a bigger crime, and invite friends over so you can bust them. That's entrapment. Just like the Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping. I mean, Robert Mueller put men in prison that owned a pizza shop saying they were in the mob. Those guys sat in jail for 5 years and they were completely innocent. But the whole point is we gotta bust people to get that budget. They're under a court order to release the Epstein files. And what did they do? The whole District of New York. The whole District of New York said, nope, we're not giving up the files. We're burning them to the ground right now. It is bizarre to me. It is so beyond the pale. When the Supreme Court said you can lie to people, law enforcement, when you stand before God, bootlickers and pigs, when you stand before God, you can't say, well, the Supreme Court said I could lie to people to arrest them. I was just doing my job. God is not going to approve of what you did. God's not going to approve of what you did. God's going to say, well, as long as you got the bad guy off the streets, you're allowed to lie. Sorry, don't work that way. Doesn't work that way. And just like with the prison guards, they have a law in New York City. You are not allowed to protest. If you're hired on, you have to be there. You cannot join a picket line because we cannot risk prisoners' lives. And they're out there with their faces covered. We don't care. Sean Paul Reyes is on their ass. Hey, you're breaking the law right now. A highway patrol, a trooper for New York City shows up, and Sean Paul's like, are you not going to arrest them for breaking the law? Oh, no, I'm just here to make sure people like you don't do bad things. So ignore the ones breaking the law and go after everybody else. These people are so ignorant, they don't even see it. Or they see it and they excuse it because, well, we would be in grave danger if not for law enforcement. You know who I fear when I get in my truck and drive down the road? It isn't every Tom, Dick, and dumbass. Most of them, if I can't whoop them, I know I can outdraw them. So I'm not worried about anybody else. It's the law enforcement because they can kill you and get away with it. I've already proven Longview PD's corrupt. Already proven it. If everything was supposed as they said it was, then they should have gave me the dash camera. If everything was as it says it was, they should have given me the unedited video. Why do you have to lie if you caught me cold turkey? See, the point is not, well, you had a block tag. The point is they lied. And it's not the crime, because it's not a crime to lie. That's not the point. The point is, I'm suing for it, Zoloft. I went back and re-sued last week. I filled out all the paperwork. I just haven't shared it yet. Dashcam, yeah. I sued for it and the unedited. I just need to get in front of a judge and tell them that Longview PD violated the Open Records Act. That's all I got to do. And I'm going to keep suing them and because it don't cost nothing. I'm going to keep suing them until I get that footage. If everything was on the up and up, why'd they have to lie? Why do they have to lie in the report? If I'm this bad criminal, why lie about it? It's just like my gun. I've proven to you guys that a black powder firearm requires no permit. I don't need a permit to conceal carry a black powder firearm. I've shown you the law. It stipulates you don't have to have a permit. There's no permit to purchase, there's no permit to carry. But no, the cop suckers don't know. Whatever cops say is the right thing to do. And this is the point that I make when I say there are no good cops. Because if the chief knew this was happening, he's corrupt. If the number 3 man knew this was happening, he's corrupt. Well, you know that both pigs that pulled me over and slammed me in the driveway, they're corrupt. So I've already proven that. Oh, well, we're not done. The lawyer's office that helped in hiding the records, because there's still a lot of records they haven't turned over yet. They're in violation of state law too. So that's at least 5 people that I have proven to be corrupt. But you know what I did? I had a rack on the back of my truck because I work. So they committed multiple felonies to get me for having a rack on the back of my truck. Isn't that amazing? Why am I streaming on Mirror version? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just on my phone. This thing is, my phone is hacked and now I can't do anything with it. Anyway, the whole system's rigged. It's all corrupt, and the bootlickers just don't understand it. They cannot understand how corrupt the system is, and they don't care. They don't care. They really think that all these laws should be on the books. They really think, oh, well, we live in a just society. We're free in America. If you wear a seatbelt, if you don't wear a seatbelt, they'll steal your money. If you have a carrier on the back of your truck, you deserve to get slammed. If you dare question it, see, Because even in the video, you guys go watch the body camera again. For all the people that want to attack me, go watch the body camera again. I can't do anything about it. There's nothing I can do. Well, I'm watching you live. Did they forget to block you anyway? Can't tell you, man. Watch the body camera again. I never once said I would not give them my ID. Never once. That's what I mean. That's right. Sell your cloak and buy a sword. And by the way, Jesus is coming back with a sword. And all these people, oh, Jesus is about love. Jesus loves us. I can be gay. I can be a fag. I can be a tranny. I can be anything I want to be because I'm in God's image. So that means that God's gay. God's a trans. I heard somebody say that the other day, and I just started praying. I was like, Lord, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. That's why I've been so disconnected. It's been too much. You're right, Uncle Mike. I mean, I fear for my judgment too, because I'm by no means perfect. I am by no means perfect. It's just been too much. Just overwhelmed. Even I prayed about my case, and God delivered me from evil. I mean, he really did. He delivered me, because they could have stuck all kinds of garbage on me. Here's the question, folks. If this case was locked shut tight, and there's no way that I could have escaped, and everything was up to par, everything was perfect, why did they settle out with doing hardly nothing to me? But why did they just settle with let me go? No community service, no probation, no anger management. Why? I mean, I don't know why they give me all that anyway, but why did they just let me go with a small fine? Why? If everything, you know what? You may tell you why? Hold on. Don't wait. I'll tell you why. Because a civil rights case is harder to prove when you've been found guilty. Because you know what? When the second pig showed up and punched me in the side, slammed me on my head, that one, remember him? Everything was cool and calm, and I was already in handcuffs. You're not allowed to use force on anyone that's not violent and that's handcuffed. So the DA worked with my corrupt attorney to hurry up and get me out of there as soon as they can. So not only, I forgot two people. The DA's corrupt, and so was the attorney. What's that? 8 people in Catawba County, North Carolina, justice system that's corrupt. Oh yeah, by the way, Ann Goodman, that's the attorney. Now, I would appreciate you guys to call the Catawba County Clerk of Court and ask for Scott Riley. He's the district attorney for Catawba County, North Carolina. Call Scott Riley's office and tell him to review this case. Everybody, you say you care, you say you love me, and you support me, I appreciate you guys. Call Catawba County Justice Center and ask for Scott Riley and leave him a voicemail. Be polite, don't yell and cuss and scream, but tell him they hid the body camera footage, they edited the body camera footage, they broke the law. They violated my civil rights, Longview PD. It's just too much. Catawba County, C-A-T-A-W-B-A, Catawba County, North Carolina, Justice Center. Scott Riley is the district attorney. Stole my pistol, which I'm lawfully, legally allowed to have. They wouldn't even accept my concealed weapon permit. Anybody else that gets pulled over and has concealed weapons, they take that class and they automatically dismiss that. I wasn't even allowed to present that. Because you see, this conviction doesn't affect me at all. It doesn't even affect me at all. But I don't want that garbage on my record. If you're going to convict me, you better make sure I'm guilty. Not found guilty, guilty. And if you guys know, as long as you've known me on YouTube, that I don't lie, then you should believe me when I tell you I wasn't guilty. I had a traffic infraction, an ordinance violation. That's it. I didn't resist arrest. I didn't have a concealed weapon. None of that. So why would I put up this big fight if I was just lying? Why would I sue a second time for body camera footage? Why would I sue a second time? And I'll probably have 20 people that says, because you remember they always say it, you don't get body camera footage. You didn't sue for nothing. And then I show it, they don't ever say another word. They'll say, you didn't sue again. And then I'll show the paperwork when I get home of the lawsuit because, well, that's not suing. Well, when you get a subpoena for a police department, that is called suing them. Thank you, Miss Gabby. It's called suing them when you have to get a subpoena for a police department. People are so stupid. Just like that Lisa twat that was in here. Imagine how stupid she is. Well, you quit breaking the law, you wouldn't be a targeted citizen. Let me see. The punishment for an ordinance violation is getting slammed, your freedom taken away, your gun stolen, and being fined. This is the problem in America. The reason they keep writing all these new laws and ordinance violations and traffic infractions is because crime's at an all-time low. Now, in the major cities, Democrat-run, crime's high. But around little towns like I live in, crime's really low. So they got to generate revenue. So how you generate revenue? You got to make more arrests. You got to create more laws. You got to make a reason for more interactions. People don't understand. Calling 911 in America is the favorite pastime of every Tom, Dick, and dumbass. Everybody in America. You hurt my feelings. I'm calling the law. Oh, he parked in front of my mailbox. I'm calling the law. Oh, he honked his horn going down the road. I'm calling the law. You're supposed to call the law when somebody broke the law. Not because your feelings are hurt, but everybody wonders, why don't they train the operators that answer the telephones at 911? Why don't they train them? Because they don't want to turn away any phone call. It isn't that they care. That's like Walmart standing at the front counter, at the front door where people walk in. Nope, we've sold enough groceries today. Sold enough sporting goods. We've sold enough hardware stuff. We don't need your business. Come back tomorrow. That's not a crime. The operators say and relay it to an officer. And how many times do they lie on a dang phone call? How many times they lie when they relate to an officer? They don't train them because they don't want to turn around any opportunity to generate revenue. Oh, it's bad. I told you, Zoloft, it's bad. My daughter's boyfriend, he had the same thing happen to him. She never met with him before court. She got him 2 continuances, and it was for stupid traffic stuff. She told him that that she was going to show up for court for him. She didn't show, and he had a warrant for his arrest. They came and picked him up. Then he had to bail out of jail. Got him for an FTA, failure to appear. Think about that. But see, they all go to lunch together. They all go to eat. We eat with each other. There's nobody fighting for us. It's all a game. Hey man, can you kick this one out and I'll give you a guilty on the next one? Okay, Joe. They're just friends. They just get up there and make deals. It doesn't care. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about your freedom. If I would have represented myself, I probably would have come out worse. But at least I would have found some truth. I would have found some truth. I'd have busted that pig lying on the stand. I can guarantee you that. I would have cold busted him for lying. I would have held them accountable for not turning over the records. But Nobody turned it into anything. She did nothing. She just accepted what they said as gospel and went about her business. Because she probably made $2,000 off my case, and she invested 10 minutes. 10 minutes she spent on my case and probably made $1,500 to $2,000, if not more. I'm going to request that from the state and find out. I don't want this war, folks. I could have made my life really easy a long time ago and just shut up. But the difference between me and every boot-licking, pig-loving cop sucker out there is I have compassion for my fellow man. I can't stand to see one human being kidnapped and extorted for a system that hates us. Why are we the freest country in the world, but we've got 3 times the world's populations in prison? Think about that. At least Trump set a lot of people free with the First Step Act. At least he tried to, at least he sees now. And I know that's why God was involved in the whole thing. Because he didn't know how corrupt the justice system was until they came after him. So they're getting ready to start removing these corrupt judges, especially these corrupt cops, because there's a lot of them. My next steps, and I probably shouldn't telegraph my moves, is I'm not going to telegraph my move. I'll save that for later. But I've got to go talk to a couple other places. And it sucks because I'm a very, very, very busy person. I don't have time for half the stuff that I'm doing. But I got to keep moving forward. Scott Riley, Scottrilley, Scott Riley. He's the district attorney for Catawba County Justice System in Catawba County, North Carolina. Call them and say, hey, look over this case. Reach out to him. Longview PD edited and deleted body camera footage so they can get an unlawful conviction. Remember, that attorney said, no, you're not pleading guilty. You're not pleading guilty, and then on the paperwork it says, I pled guilty. Weird, huh? I know. God bless. Thanks for being here.